Best places to travel in Europe. Best top 10 palaces to travel in 2023. From England and France to Italy and Germany, European countries are full of vibrant cities known for their museums, restaurants, nightlife and architecture. It comes as no surprise that deciding which spots are the best places to visit in Europe can be difficult. That's why US News considered the highlights of each destination, as well as user votes and expert opinions, to round up the best vacation destinations in Europe. Use this list to help you plan your next trip, and cast your vote below to have a say in next year's list. Meanwhile, if you're seeking lodging, head to our best hotels in Europe ranking. Note, some of the below destinations may be affected by the coronavirus outbreak. Check with the CDC and the US Department of State before traveling. Number -1 Paris. Why go to Paris? The City of Light draws millions of visitors every year with its unforgettable ambience. Of course, the divine cuisine and vast art collections deserve some of the credit as well. The gentle river Seine rambles through the city, flanked by stately museums, centuries-old churches, and blocks of Rococo and neoclassic design architecture, further enhanced by cascading trees and glowing street lamps. Peppering the Seine's cobbled walks and graceful bridges are impossibly chic Parisians, probably on their way to the market, cafe or cinema. Number -2 London. Why go to London? Here, the antiquated clasps hands with the contemporary. You'll find the historic Tower of London and the avant-garde Tate Modern. You can catch both the Bard's Works and modern plays at Shakespeare's Globe and its accompanying Sam Wanamaker Playhouse. And while Londoners still praise the power of tea, they now make room for Starbucks and Costa coffees here and there, and pressed juice too. A current leader in everything from politics and banking to fashion and music, London's culture compass is always attuned to what's next. Discover it all on one of London's best tours. Number -3 Rome. Why go to Rome? Rome, the city of 7 hills, enjoyed a mythic beginning. Romulus and Remus, twin brothers who were nursed by a she-wolf and fathered by a war god, reportedly founded the Eternal City. And although historians are a little skeptical about this epic entry into the world, most travelers are absolutely certain that there is something magical about Rome. Whether it's the mystery of nearby Vatican City or the ghosts of the Colosseum, an afternoon cafe on Piazza Navona or a piled-high plate of pasta at a trattoria, Rome is sure to enchant. Italy's capital city, Rome is also known for a history that dates back to the years of Octavian, Julius Caesar, and Hadrian, among others. Left behind are structures like the Pantheon, the Roman Forum and dozens of churches, among other historic gems. Art enthusiasts will relish the trove of art housed at the Vatican museums, and foodies will enjoy the splendid Italian fare, not to mention the gelato. And though its momentous past is the focus for many vacationers, Rome is also a fast-paced, modern and relevant city, with gleaming designer storefronts, sleek hotels and cutting-edge restaurants. Number -4 Florence. Why go to Florence? This little city, tucked amid the Tuscan hills, casts a long shadow through history. The wellspring of the Renaissance, Firenze, or Florence, sheltered the powerful Medici family and inspired artists like Michelangelo, David, and Brunelleschi, the Duomo. If it weren't for the fashionable Italians and chic shops lining Via Tornabuoni, you might think you had traveled back in time to the 14th century. But Renaissance art is not the only reason to come. You also visit Florence for its gorgeous sunsets, its Italian cooking and its romantic charm. Make the most of your time in the city by letting a local show you around on one of Florence's best tours. Number -5 Barcelona. Why go to Barcelona? Barcelona contains both the authentically historic and the wildly bizarre. From the scenic trails of the colorful Parc Güell to the romantic narrow alleys of Barri Gòtic, from the beachside nightclubs to the city's dozens of sacred churches and architectural marvels, this city by the sea seems to attract all types: the adventurer, the couple, the partier, the culture lover, and more, with an almost overwhelming variety of things to do. You could stay for a few days, but chances are you'll need a whole week to explore. And La Sagrada Familia. You also shouldn't miss out on the eclectic shopping scene and the region's exquisite food and wine. You see why we suggest a week vacation? Number 6 Swiss Alps. Why go Swiss Alps? Located south of Zurich, Bern, and Basel, the Swiss Alps are a haven for winter sports enthusiasts. While skiing, hiking and snowboarding tend to dominate this region, you'll also discover quaint towns, serene lakes and gorgeous scenery. Luxury mountain resorts are available throughout the region as well, making it a playground for all sorts of travelers. Additionally, no trip to the Swiss Alps would be complete without indulging in some more gooey cheese fondue. Number 7 Prague. Why go Prague? A prosperous and bustling city, Prague now attracts more tourists than ever. But its picturesque downtown veils both a dark legacy and a resilient past. Dating back to about AD 870, Prague has withstood numerous overthrows, invasions, fires and floods. It's this reputation for survival and perseverance that has made the Czech capital so fascinating. Today, its storied churches, narrow streets, daunting hilltop castle and statue-lined bridges create the scene of an urban fairy tale. Even the most jaded traveler would have trouble resisting this city's charms. Prague was once a hidden gem, overshadowed by its flashier neighbors to the west. But the city couldn't keep its marvels a secret for too long. Now, it's a haven for travelers seeking inspiring experiences at affordable prices. Even today, top attractions, including the famous Charles Bridge and the historic Prague Castle, offer free admission, and many hotels offer rooms at a fraction of the cost of other European cities. But this bargain hunting legacy has a ticking clock on it, so if you're hoping to find a fire sale price, now's the time to do so. Number 8 Amsterdam. Why go to Amsterdam? Don't believe everything you hear about Amsterdam. Yes, this Netherlands city takes a lax look at women beckoning business in the red light district and coffee shops selling an unorthodox type of herb to a token clientele, but these descriptions only scratch the surface. At some point, during an excellent Indonesian meal, a twilight canal-side rambling or a shopping excursion through the boutiques of 9 little streets, you'll realize, as many travelers have before you, that there's much more to Amsterdam than you might have thought. And although the city's loose laws on vice seem to attract a college-age, male-dominant crowd, Amsterdam is also ideal as a romantic getaway for tour or an educational excursion with the kids. With attractions that range from biking along a maze of canals to remembering the Holocaust through the eyes of Anne Frank, from exploring the swirling expressionism of Vincent van Gogh to lazing in the expansive Vondelpark, Amsterdam suits a variety of traveler tastes. Number 9 Venice. Why go to Venice? To say, but once you see the city on the water for yourself, you'll surely agree. Step out of the Santa Lucia train station and the breathtaking Grand Canal will soon greet you. You'll see water taxis coast along, passing underneath the Ponte degli Scalzi, Bridge of the Barefoot, and might hear the faintest hint of a serenading violin, or is that your imagination? This canal-clad city's main draw is its magical atmosphere, but you'll also find quite a few diversions, too. The tour guides at St. Mark's Basilica and the Doge's Palace give some great historical insight. The Gallery dell'Accademia hangs works by Titian, Veronese and other famed Venetians, and the Teatro La Fenice puts on some world-renowned operas. You can also travel to nearby islands like Lido for the beach, Murano for the well-known glass and Burano for its lace. Number 10 Athens. Why go to Athens? Few cities rival Athens when it comes to historical importance. As the sun rises over the smooth marble monuments of the Acropolis and fills the cobblestone streets along its base, the people of Athens emerge from their homes and head to local markets or sidewalk games of chess. Life moves more slowly, as if the entire city is reveling in blissful retirement from its glory days as a political and cultural powerhouse. But as the sun sets, Athens' contradictions come to light. The air thickens with the aroma of spiced lamb and music from a nearby taverna. Dance clubs blast rock music amidst ancient columns, and the bright lights of Ammonia Square mirror the glistening columns of the Parthenon, illuminated for all to see.